the interlocal contract with Copperas Co. Independent School District for the Center for Safe and Secure Schools to provide safety and security audit of instructional and non-instructional facilities to meet compliance requirements of Texas Education Code Chapter 37.108 for the period of September 1, 2015 through August 21, 2017 in the amount of the contract is $21,650. Do I hear a motion? And Trotman.
Second.
Don Sumners seconds. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote on item 7D. All those in favor, raise your hand. Opposed? Oh, you're for? Okay. 4-0, item passes.
I was against it.
You were, oh. Because you both had your hand at the same time. Okay, so 3-1 against. Okay, item passes. Item 7E, consider approval of Amendment 2 to the contract between Harris County Department of Education and Houston Galveston Area Council, fiscal year 2015 contract number 212-14 for the purpose of providing additional funds for adult education literacy services in the amount of $4,067,112 as a $449,847 increase with an ending date of September 30th, 2015. Do I have a motion? And Troutman moves. Do I have a second? I'll second. Any discussion?
Yes.
I have Diane Troutman first.
We have Dr. Hunnell come up and explain what the overage is.
The Houston Area Galveston Council decided, I believe on its board meeting of July 21st, to extend the contract to September 30th from the original date of June 30th. We received an amendment notice August the 4th. It was processed for this board meeting. So basically the reason for, I believe the Houston Galveston Area Council wants to align all of its contracts beginning October 1st through September 30th. So our next contract, the 15-16 contract, will begin October 1st. So that's basically, I believe, the reason for extending that particular contract. They've provided the funds necessary to extend the contract through September 30th, but we certainly need those funds to be able to continue offering services from now until the end of September. Yes.
So they've been operating since June 30th until now without those funds that they need?
We have been operating with previous year's fiscal 14-15 funds. So we have not expended any funds other than the 14-15 funds.
Does that answer your question? Mr. Sumner, do you have a question?
Well, I just wanted to call your attention to a novice not knowing what this was about can't even tell if it's revenue or expense. So I'd really like for us to do some work on our agenda presentations, maybe break these contracts up into I guess a recognizable format that would help people know what the heck is going on. Thank you.
I have one other question. So it's going to take $450,000 for the next 6 weeks to operate this?
That is the amount. I don't have the exact amount, but that sounds about right. Mm-hmm.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote on item 7E. All those in favor, raise your hand. Opposed? Passes for 3-1 vote. awarding RFP number 15/061KJ for a temporary lease of a Baytown Head Start facility for Harris County Department of Education to HT Land Company, which is the name missing in your package, HT Land Company, recommended by HCDE administration and authorizing the superintendent or designee to negotiate and execute a lease agreement. Do I have a motion?
Second.
A second, first by Diane, a second by Mike Wolfe. Is there any discussion? And again, you might want to make note in your agenda that the vendor leaseor is HT Land Company. Any discussion?
Yeah, is that a local company?
Yes, it is.
Houston, Texas.
Is that what the HT
HT?
stands for?
True.
How cute, okay. All right, any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of item 7F, raise your hand. Okay, item passes 4-0. 7G, consider approval of contract awards for job number 15/053KJ for Choice Partners Consulting Services to the proposers offering the best value to HCDE and meeting the specifications outlined in the proposal. Brandon Miller, Carver Consulting, Center for Quality Leadership, Elder Consulting, F&S Calhoun Consulting Incorporated, Janet Locks, Jim E. Owens, Facilities Consulting LLC, Lindsay LeGrand, Louis M. Dueno Medina, and R.C. Heron Consulting, with the HCDE having the option to renew the contract for 4 additional period of 5 years in 1-year increments. Consequently, the total term of the contract may be for a period of 5 years. Do I hear a motion? Diane Troutman moves. Do I have a second?
Second.
Sumners seconds. Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote on item 7G. All those in favor, raise your hand. Item passes 4-0. Okay, item 7H. Consider approval of a services contract with Louis M. Dueno Medina for HCDE Choice Partners Cooperative for a period of September 1, 2015 through August 31, 2016 for 180 days in an amount not to exceed $70,200, including approved expenses. Do I have a motion? Motion by Diane Troutman. Do I have a second? I will second. Any discussion?
What is this contract for?
Luis Dueño is our field representation in the San Antonio and Austin area for Choice Partners. So he'll go and call on our existing members that are members of our co-op to educate them on our contracts that we have available, and also recruit new members to join the co-op if they need, feel the need to. So he covers our San Antonio, Austin area.
Is he exclusively a representative for us?
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Yeah.
And is this a new position, or he just?
No, he was with us last year.
He was, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Any more discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote on item 7H. All those in favor, please raise your hand. Opposed? Abstaining? Oh, okay. So 2-1, and you're abstaining?
No, 2-3.
2 for, 2
Two-
abstentions?
No,
Two
2
against.
for and 2 against.
2 for, 2 against, motion fails.
Okay, so we move on to 7I. Consider approval of a services contract with Elder Consulting for HCDE Choice Partners Cooperative for the period of September 1, 2015 through 8/31/2016 for 180 days in the amount not to exceed $72,450, including approved expenses. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Diane Troutman makes the motion. Do I have a second? I'll second. And Superintendent Holbert, did you have something you wanted to tell us about this?
Really, all of these are a byproduct of us exercising a new RFP process to try to fortify our processes and procedures of how we go about consultants. Each of these people represent different sectors of the state of Texas to help push forward our choice partners division. This specific one is one who's worked with us for many years and has done an excellent job. In fact, the rate that's been suggested here is significantly lower than what it's been in the past.
This is for Don Elder, the former mayor of Katy,
This is for Elder Consulting.
which Don Elder, that's his company, right?
Is it?
I'm asking.
I don't know if it is or not.
Yes, sir.
But again, you said this is a reduction by what amount?
Over $30,000.
Over $30,000 reduction?
I believe so. I mean, don't quote me on that specific number, but that's probably the range of it.
For the record, Trustee Marvin Morris has arrived at 2:53.
Apologize for being late.
We made it. Mr. Morris, we're on item 7I. We have a motion and a second. We're in discussion on this one. The superintendent just made us aware of the fact that this represents about a $30,000 reduction in payment to Elder Consulting, and I believe you had a discussion over here?
Yes. I have a question. Why are we making these 180-day contracts as opposed to 240s? And they're not teachers.
No, but we plan that they work 4 days a week. They may not work a full 5-day week. We don't need them for that many days or that much expense. We're trying to keep that expense down. But it's all based on 4-day work weeks, is 180 days.
If I resign, can I get one of these jobs?
Are you tendering your resignation, Mr. Sumner?
A lot of
No, I
these
just wonder, I mean, obviously they're not gonna be working full-time on this 4 days a week, so why not, if I call them on Friday, I just don't get anything.
A lot of the offices are closed on Friday, especially in the summer school district, so it wouldn't be beneficial for us to send them out on a Friday. We wouldn't be getting the most bang for our money on a Friday.
Right,
People take long weekends.
okay.
Okay, so is there any more discussion on item 7I? Hearing none. All those in favor of item 7I, please signify by raising your hand. Opposed? Oh, you're for? Okay. And against? Okay. Item passes 4-1. Item 7J, consider approval of a services contract with F&S Calhoun Consulting Incorporated for HCDE Choice Partners Cooperative for the period of September 1, 2015 through August 31, 2016 for 180 days in an amount not to exceed $70,200, including approved expenses. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Diane Troutman moves, Mr. Morris seconds. Is there any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor signify by raising your hand. Opposed? Abstaining? 3-2. Item passes. 7K, consider.
An abstention?
2.
So 3, 4, 2, 0 opposed and 2
Yes,
abstentions.
yes.
Okay, thank you.
Item 7K, consider approval of a services contract with Jim E. Owens Facilities Consulting, LLC, for HCDE Choice Partners Cooperative for the period of September 1, 2015 through August 31, 2016, for 156 days in an amount not to exceed $65,656, including approved expenses. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second? Moved by Mr. Morris, seconded by Diane Troutman. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for.
Wait a second. What services is he providing?
This one's a little bit different than the other three. Jim Owens is a facilities consultant, retired school facility director, and he helps us audit our contracts internally to ensure that they're compliant in the way the vendors are using them with our members. So it's construction-based auditing. And so that's why his contract is for 3 days a week and not 4 is 156 days, because he has a 2-day contract with another school district. But I would like to point out that the previous one on H that didn't get passed is going to affect us. You know, we've added that position last year in the Austin and San Antonio area, and you notice a lot of the interlocals that we passed earlier were from that area. So it's going to put us at a disadvantage against our competitors in those areas. So I just want to make that note.
Put a comment on that.
Yes.
I would just say, bring it back next month, a little bit better explanation. I really would want to know if, when I asked if he was exclusive, is he working for anybody else but us?
And I answered yes, he is working just for us. He's used to be the director of purchasing for Southside San Antonio ISD, so he's well respected in that area in San Antonio.
All right.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of item 7L signify by raising your hand.
Okay.
Oh, is it 7K? I'm sorry, 7K. 5-0, motion carries. Now 7L. Consider approval of contract awards for RFP 15/038JG-3 for early Head Start child care partnerships to the proposers meeting the specifications and application criteria established by HCDE, Give Me a Break Childcare and Preschool for the period of August 18, 2015 through June 30, 2016, with an option to renew for up to 4 additional years. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second? Moved by Mr. Morris, seconded by Diane Troutman. Any discussion?
Is this a third provider?
I'm sorry, this is an additional provider. We continue to advertise for this to continue to recruit more providers. So yes, this is we had approved a similar vendor like this last month.
I think we approved 2, didn't we? 2, yeah, okay. That's all.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote on 7L. All those in favor signify by raising your hand. 5-0, motion carries. 7M, consider approval of contract award for job number 15/055KJ for instructional support contracted services to the proposers offering the best value to HCDE and meeting the specifications outlined in the proposal. Patricia Brown, EDOPP Solutions LLC, Susan Everett, Doogie Fresh, is that right? Doogie Fresh. Houghton Mifflin Harcourt Publishing Company, Robert Jackson. Lead Forward LLC, the National Literacy Professional Department Consortium, Passionate Performance, Patricia Morales, ELL Services, Rhyming to Respect LLC, and the Bryant Heritage LLC for an award for the period of August 18, 2015 through August 17, 2016, with HCDE having the option to renew the contract for 4 additional years in 1-year increments. Consequently, the total term of the contract may be for a period of 5 years. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second? Moved by Mr. Morris, seconded by Diane Troutman. Is there any discussion on 7N?
How do we define instructional support services? What are these people doing?
For the most part, they are presenters that provide instructional services, being able to provide in different content areas, whether it be science, math, language arts. And so there are a number of these individuals have experts in the particular area that will provide and give the division the opportunity to utilize them and be able to set some training sessions for school districts.
Okay, so they're going to provide, in effect, consulting services for school districts.
For example, the next item, Lead Forward,
Yeah.
They are providing under the RFP a particular service to where they come in and they have